Hello everyone, today is February 17th, 2011, and I'm back for another video. I want to make this one whole long video without any editing in between. I just got back from a meeting in downtown San Francisco, and I was walking home and I came across a lot of homeless people, like I've always in my life. I lived in Vancouver, I've lived in New Jersey and had visited Philadelphia and New York City throughout my whole life. I've, of course, lived in Phoenix, been to LA so many times where my brother lives, and now I, live in the heart of San Francisco. And there are homeless people here just like any other city. And I wanted to make a video about homeless people because I feel like the majority of people I'm going to say it, I feel like the majority of people look down on homeless people. They look at them like dirt. Most people don't even acknowledge them. They ignore them as if they are a different species, as if they are bugs, or gnats that are annoying and won't go away. I do realize that there are homeless people that, like any other person, everyone's different. There are nice homeless people. There are, genuinely appreciative homeless people. There are also bad homeless people that, are on crack and on drugs and are drunk and are stealing things, and they're dangerous. And I totally get that. So this video isn't, oh, be nice to homeless people and give them all your money. That's not what I'm about. But I did just want to acknowledge that when I first moved to a city by myself, I was 19, and it was Vancouver in 2009. And I moved there, and it was the first time I really lived in an area where there were homeless people right around the block. And I literally thought, oh my gosh, I would look at them and literally think, where did they go wrong? What happened to their family? What happened to their life? And I got so emotionally attached to these people. Literally, it was crazy. And I would give them my money every time I left the house. I used to smoke at the time. I gave them all my cigarettes. And then I realized that I couldn't do it anymore because I literally couldn't afford it. It was every time I would go out, I couldn't say no. I felt bad for saying no. And I felt like a liar. It was bad. But anyway, my perspective had changed, and I got older, and I think my conservative perspective was influenced, and just me getting older and really learning about money and how hard it is to make money. And I kind of thought, these homeless people, they have a choice and they're choosing to live on the streets. Everyone has an equal opportunity in this country, and they just don't try hard enough to wake up in the morning and make a living. And of course that is bullshit. Everyone has their story. Not everyone is fortunate enough to say they have a job and to say they have a home. And I really, really hope that I will always be fortunate enough to have people in my life that love me, and a home that I can call my own. And I could not imagine rolling up in a blanket and living on the side of the street. I really could not. And anyway, I'm walking home, and this homeless person asked me, do you have any spare change? And I always ignore, because I don't. And if I did, I probably wouldn't give it to them. And I ignore every time I go to work. I ignore homeless people. Every time I go out, I ignore homeless people. And I looked at this lady. She was a lady, and she had a blanket around her, and she was sitting in the street. And I looked at her and I said, I'm sorry, actually I don't have any change. And I, for the first time, acknowledged a homeless person, and I told them straight up, I don't have any change. And she looked at me, and you want to know what she said? She looked at me and she said, thank you for acknowledging me. And I looked in her eyes, and she looked in my eyes, and she was just like anyone else. She wasn't cracked out. She wasn't drunk off her mind. She wasn't sick. She was a person who was homeless. And I guess I'm making this video to bring a little bit of a different perspective, appreciation, or awareness to the homeless population. Everyone has their stories, but it is unfair to say that every homeless person in every city chose to be homeless because of drugs, or chose to be homeless because they ran away from home, or whatever the situation may be. Not everyone is fortunate enough to have everything that I might have or that you might have, and it's really sad if you think about it. So if you get anything from this video, or if there's a reason why I'm making this video, it's if you do live in a city where there's homeless people, of course be safe. Don't invite these people into your homes. That's not what I'm saying, and I'm not making this video for me to look good. I literally think, though, that some homeless people have not talked or have been in conversations with people in months or years, and if they ask you if you have change, just be honest. If you don't, or you don't want to give it to them, say, no, I'm sorry, I don't have change, So That's that. That's my rant of living in a new city with a lot of homeless people, and I got touched today by one of them, and I want to share it with all of you. So that's my video on homeless people, and I will be back shortly with another video. Mwah.